Somewhere on your cabinet, quote, is a line that just says modifications. On this example, quote, it's $1,480. The number here is made up, but the line is real, and almost nobody can tell you what's inside it. Two families can order the same kitchen, same boxes, same doors, and this one line can put their quotes hundreds of dollars apart. This is Quote Anatomy, Episode 3. The modifications line. By the end, you'll know what belongs on it, what doesn't, and the 3 questions that shrink it. First, what is a modification? Semi-custom cabinet lines build from a catalog of standard sizes. A modification is the factory changing that standard box for you, most often resizing it. Catalogs typically offer changes in set steps, like 1-inch increments on depth, and the menu is bigger than most people expect. Manufacturer catalogs list dozens of modifications: reduced depth, increased depth, finished ends, valances. But here's the catch: every maker decides what it will and won't modify. One manufacturer might change depth and width in 1-inch steps, but never height. So the same request can be routine at one brand and expensive or impossible at another. Now the part that makes this line worth a whole episode. The exact same modification can be free at one cabinet line and a paid line item at another. One national line advertises depth modifications in 1-inch increments at no extra cost. Others price every modification individually, at the dealer's discretion. Remember the 5 prices idea from Episode 1, the same kitchen carrying different prices depending on where and how you buy? The modifications line is where that shows up in ink, and there's a ceiling. Pile enough modifications onto semi-custom boxes, and the price can pass full custom. Industry guides note that making significant modifications to semi-custom cabinets can cost more than making the same changes on custom ones. That's how a mid-tier quote quietly outgrows the top-tier one. So how does padding hide here? 4 patterns. 1. Mods you never asked for. A reduced depth or a finished end you didn't request, sitting on the quote by default. 2. Mods on cabinets that don't need them, like a finished end on a box that dies into a wall. 3. Charged mods that are free in the catalog. If the brand's own price list says no charge for a 1-inch depth change, that line shouldn't cost you money. 4. The wrong tier entirely. A quote with heavy modifications on nearly every box. That should have been requoted as custom. None of these need bad intent. Remodel guides warn these added charges are easy to overlook and add up quickly. But your budget doesn't care whether it was intent or autofill. 3 questions before you sign. 1. Can you itemize every modification per cabinet? A lump sum modifications line is not an answer. Per box detail is. 2. Which of these are no charge in the manufacturer's catalog? Make the printed catalog the referee, not anyone's memory. 3. If a cabinet carries 4 or more mods, what would custom cost instead? Sometimes the honest answer deletes the line entirely. Ask all 3, and the modifications line either gets smaller or gets explained. Both are wins. Next in Quote Anatomy, delivery and installation exclusions. The charges that show up after the quote. If this series is saving you money, the fastest thank you is the like button. And subscribe so Episode 4 finds you. Episodes 1 and 2 are linked below. Read the quote before you sign the quote.